Okay, so hello if you've just joined me. Today's workout is a stretching and flexibility workout to improve the mobility of the joints as well, okay? So it's very gentle, so it's got no cardio in, no strength movements. It really is working on flexibility, mobility, stretching out the body, okay? You will need something like a scarf or a resistance band or a tea towel, but something longer is better. So if you are using a tea towel, maybe knot a couple of tea towels together so that it's a little bit longer, and that would be ideal. Okay, so I'm going to use the scarf, a pair of tights as well, which have got a little bit of stretching. They work really well for these sorts of workouts, okay? So just place your scarf, towel, whatever you're using down on the floor, and then we're just going to start. So I want you to relax the body, I want you to soften the knees a little bit, and we're just going to take the chin down towards the chest, and then we're going to look upwards. And then again, down towards the chest, and then we're going to look upwards. We're then going to follow that movement with the upper body. So we're looking down, taking the chin towards the chest, we roll the shoulders forward, round in the back, and then coming all the way back up, we roll the shoulders back at the top and we look up, and then we'll repeat that. So chin down towards the chest, roll the shoulders forward, round in the back, one vertebrae at a time, all the way back up, roll those shoulders back, and then lift that head. Go into a neutral position so that you're looking forward, and then from here I want you to look over one shoulder to the center, and then over towards the other. This sort of workout complements anything that you're trying to do. We all should be trying to improve our mobility, flexibility, doing stretching workouts, and just keep moving the head from side to side. We're now going to follow that with the upper body. So as you turn your head, I want you to try and keep the hips facing forward, and we're just going to include the upper body. So we're driving the elbows as we look over the shoulder. We're also driving the elbows around the back. So we've got this rotation with the upper body. But I'm trying to focus on keeping the hips facing forward. Let's do another one. Well done, lovely, arms down. Now we're going to take the ear down towards the shoulder on one side. And then again on the other side. And again, and just keep gently going from one side to the other. You might notice that you've got more flexibility on one side than you have on the other. That's it. And then again, we're going to involve the upper body. So as we take the head down, we also start rolling down. But again, notice that I'm keeping the hips nice and still. I'm not pushing the hips out to the side. I'm trying to isolate the lower body so that I'm not moving through that lower body up to the top. Head comes down towards the side. We roll down. That's about as far as I can get without starting to push the hips down out. I could get further if I push the hips out, but that's not what we want. Let's do another one on each side. Lovely. And again. Really nice, fantastic, lovely. I want you to grab your scarf, your pair of tights, whatever you've got, and we're going to take your arms quite wide on this, okay? So definitely wider than the shoulders. And then take the feet a little bit further apart, soften the knees a little bit, and we're going to take this over the head. From here, again, we're going to isolate the lower body, and we're going to tip towards one side. So again, I'm not pushing the hips out. I'm trying to keep the lower body locked. I'm tipping over towards one side. And then what I'm doing here is I'm pulling with this bottom hand here. Okay, so I'm pulling down gently and then back up to the top. Reset, and then over to the other side. And then again, I'm using that bottom arm to pull further down. And then back up to the top, lovely. And then over to the other side. Pulling down on that bottom arm. And then up to the top. And then again, using that bottom arm just to pull you down, so you can get a little bit further. Fantastic, up to the top, and then bring those arms down just for a little rest. Shake out the shoulders if you need to. Okay, from here, we're going to keep the arms nice and wide again. I'm going to turn to the side here. We're going to take the arms up above the head, and then we're going to take the arms back just a touch. Bring the arms all the way back down. So we come up, arms are nice and straight. We go back just a touch over the head. Can you see from the side? And then forward again and bring it down. Let's do that one more time. So you might find that whatever you're holding is quite loose at the bottom, but it'll feel quite tight at the top. Good work. Now, if that feels enough for you, I want you to stop there, but if you're able to, we're going to just go a little bit further back. So if you're able to, we're going to take it a little bit further back and up. Remember, you can take your arms wider if you need to. If you feel like it's quite tight at the top, take those arms wider. If you've got something with some flexibility in it, like tights or a resistance band, that works really well, because you can get those arms a little bit wider at the top. That's it, lovely. Lovely stretch for the chest and the shoulders. That's it, and let's just hold it at the back here a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1. That's it, really nice. And again, now this time, if you feel you can, we're going to go all the way down. So take it all the way down. And it's at this point here you'll feel the tension at the top. And again, it's a lovely mobility movement. You'll feel that tension here. Then as we come down, a little bit less tension. Lovely stretch for the chest. Great mobility movement for the shoulders. But again, remember, you could still be just here. That might be enough for you, and that's absolutely fine, okay? We're going to do this one more time. Are you ready? Don't rush these ones. Go at your own pace. All the way down if you can. And then we're coming all the way back up and over. Lovely, well done. I want you to place that down, and then you're going to come down onto the hands and knees, okay? We're going to place one hand forward and one hand backward, and we're going to be on the floor in this position. I'm just going to take my hands out of the sleeves there. I'm just going to move my scarf out of the way. So I've got fingertips facing away from me on one hand, fingertips facing towards me on the other hand. And then from here, I'm just going to rock in little circles forward and back. So I'm going to turn to the side. Take your knees a little bit wider here if you need to for more stability. And I'm rocking in circles. I'm making a circle motion. I'll keep changing angles because I'm not entirely sure which is the best angle for you to see this at. So I'm moving in a circle, I'm moving forward, and then I'm pushing the bum back as I move around in a circle. This is lovely for the wrists and the forearms. Really nice. Change direction with that as well. Really nice, everyone. I'm just going to turn to the side again, keep going. And then what we're going to do from here is change those hands. So the other hand comes forward, opposite hand goes back, and we go again into some nice circles here. Still thinking about keeping your abdominals nice and tight. If you struggle to get on your knees, this can be done against a wall. You could be leaning against a wall. Okay, and change direction here, everyone. So you're circling around in the opposite direction. And then just make the movement a bit bigger. Start pushing the bum a bit further back. Start leaning a bit further forward in those circles. Really nice, lovely. And you should be feeling this in the forearms, in the wrists. And then from here, we're going to take the hands into this position, okay? Underneath the shoulders here. And then I want you to take your knees a bit wider, your feet together. And we're just going to sway from side to side. So from here, again, swaying side to side. I'll turn profile. So I've got the knees wider, the feet together, and I'm just swaying side to side here. And everybody's mobility will be different with this. Really good, pushing side to side. Very nice. And then from here, just giving those wrists a little bit of circle without any pressure on them, okay? You could also take the hand like this and just press gently onto the back of the hand. And then change inside, flatten that hand, and then just press gently onto the back of that hand. Good work. Then we're going to come down onto the tummy, okay? So for this next one, let me just see what I've got next on here. Yeah, so we don't need your scarf for this one. So we're going to come down onto your tummy. And just checking that you can still see me. We're going to take the arms forward, forehead down towards the ground. Then we're going to keep the feet on the ground. We're going to lift the head, the chest and the arms. We're going to take a big wide circle out with those hands. When we get towards the bottom, I want you to turn your hands, place them onto your lower back. Then take them out again, turn the palms down towards the floor. And then forward, head, chest and arms down. So let's do that again. So we lift up, nice big circle. As we get towards the bottom, we rotate the hands, slide the back of the hands up towards the lower back, and then we reverse. That's it, all the way around, and head down. Try when you're doing this to relax the glutes. I don't want you to tighten the glutes. I want the lower back to be doing the work here, okay? So again, lifting up. That's it, taking those arms around, rotate so that the palms face upwards, slide the hands up towards the lower back, and then reverse. All the way around, head down, and we're going to do that one more time. So we lift up, arms all the way around, slide the backs of those hands up towards that lower back, and reversing it, and back down. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, from here, we're going to come into a seated position. So I'm going to turn this way. So you're going to grab your scarf or your tights or your towel again. Okay, so for this one, I want you to take the item that you're holding around the bottom of your feet. Make sure it's not just on your toes because it might slide off. Make sure it's right underneath the bottom of those feet there, okay? We're going to stretch out through the back. So first of all, just having the hands maybe next to your knees here, and I want you to tuck the chin in, round your back, and then just hang off this, okay? So we're round in the back, just hanging off here. And then I want you just to sit up nice and tall, and then take your hands forward just an inch or so, okay? Same thing again, I want you to round your back, hang off that towel, tuck the chin into your chest, round in the back, and then nice and tall. And then we're going to do that again, but we're going to move forward again with the hands. So round in the back, drop the head. Good work. And lifting up, nice and tall. Let's do that one more. Go as close in this time as you feel like you can. So you're grabbing that towel as close towards the feet as you possibly can. Round in the back, drop the head down, pull off that band, that scarf, those tights. Really good. Feel the opening in the upper back. And sitting yourself up nice and tall, lengthen that spine. Well done. And then from here we are, I'm just pulling my notes a little bit closer, going to take, I'm going to face you this time. We're going to take 1 foot in if we can and 1 foot out, okay? So from here we're going to wrap the scarf around the bottom of 1 foot, okay? And we're going to, so if I've got the scarf on my left foot, I'm going to hold the scarf with my left hand, okay? And I'm going to lean over towards that left leg with the opposite arm over the head. So I'm going to bend this left elbow, rest on the thigh, and just lean over. I want you to look up towards the ceiling. So you've got that chest turned upwards towards the ceiling, and then coming back down, and then we just take that scarf a bit further down, so we're holding just that little bit further down, and we do the same thing again. I want you to look up towards the ceiling, and then let's reset, and then if you can, just a little bit further down again. So we lift up, take it over, and then reset. Lovely. Now we open up that scarf. We've got both hands on there, okay? And then I want you to turn your chest now towards the knee, okay? Now we're going to pull on that scarf, and we're going to pull our body in towards the knee, okay? So you might feel this in the opposite side of your lower back. So if you're leaning to the left, you're going to feel this nice stretch in the lower back on the right side. So this time we bring that chest down towards the knee. And then we reset, and then we see if we can just hold the scarf a little bit further down. Use that scarf, pull off it to see if you can get yourself a little bit further down. Chest towards the thigh. And then again. Remember that your stretches, you should be able to feel them, but they shouldn't be painful. So stop when it becomes painful. Don't go so far. If you can, get a little bit further down the scarf, but remember to stop when you feel comfortable. Pulling that a little bit further down. Good work. And then we're going to change side. So we bring the opposite knee in, opposite leg out. I'll just scoot over this side a little bit. And then we take the band around the right foot, right hand on there. And then we take the opposite arm up and we lean over, but we look towards the ceiling. Now I can already feel I've got much less flexibility in this side. I can't lean over anywhere near as far at this point. And then we come back down and we just take the hand a little bit further down. This is why we do this in increments. We do one, we reset, we do another, because as the body warms up, you should find you can just get that little bit further down with each one. And then all the way up. And then again, let's see if we can just take that hand a little bit further down. You're really pulling off this to help you to get a little bit further. I'm bending that right elbow and I'm resting it on the leg as I pull. I'm looking up towards the ceiling. Lovely. And then reset. Now we open up that band and we turn the chest towards the thigh or towards the knee. Okay. And then we lean forward towards that leg. Chest towards the thigh. Again, you're pulling off this band, gives you some purchase. Pull yourself that little bit further down. Reset, bring yourself back up. Let's just take a little further inch down there if we can. Then leaning forward, chest towards the knee. Lovely, all the way up again. And let's try and do that one more time. So just take those hands a little bit further down that scarf if you can. And then pulling off that scarf. See if you can get a little bit further down. Feeling this stretch in the lower back on the opposite side. Lovely, and then coming all the way back up again. Very nice. Okay, we're coming onto the back now, okay? So, first of all, what I want you to do is take the band underneath both the feet again. And then we're going to lie on the lower back. We're going to extend the legs, both legs up. And we're just going to pull gently on the band. So your legs might be over here, and that's fine, but I want the legs to be as straight as possible. So just straighten the legs and then pulling on that band to give the backs of those legs, the hamstrings, the calves, a nice stretch. So I'm pulling this band down towards me. Lovely. Bend the knees and take one leg out, okay? So this opposite leg at the moment can be bent on the floor, but in an ideal, well, you'll have to straighten it out at some point, but in an ideal world, it would be lengthened out. I'm looking to see if I've got enough space actually to lengthen that out. Okay, one leg in the band here, 1 foot in the band. Lengthen that leg out. So again, your leg might be here. You might be able to feel that stretch down the back of this leg just here. But what I want you to do is use this scarf, pull it, one hand or two, until you feel like you're pulling the foot towards the back of the room, okay? The leg is straight though. That's definitely my limit for today. And know that if I try and pull that leg further back, I can feel my knee starting to bend. So I'm just gonna stick here for now. Well done, just pulling on that band. And then just gently, don't let the knee cave in too fast, just give it a little break. Then we extend the leg again, straighten it, and just see if you can pull. I can just get an extra inch or two there already. So I'm pulling towards the back of the room here. Let's just give this a little break for a second. And then extend again and see if you can get a little bit further. So I've got that leg pretty much over the hip now, and it was definitely over here somewhere to begin with. All right, now we're going to take this leg. So if it's my right leg, I'm going to hold the band with my left arm, and I'm going to take the right arm out for stability. I'm now going to take that right leg out towards the right side of the room, but I'm really pulling on this band the whole time. So right leg, I'm going to just turn on an angle, you keep going, so that you can maybe see a little bit better. I'm taking that right leg out towards the right side of the room, but all the time I'm pulling the leg backwards as well towards the back of that room. That's it. Good, good, good. Nice stretch for inner thighs. Then we go for the IT band down the outside of the thigh, swap hand. So if the right leg is working, you've now got the right hand on the band, left arm is out for stability, and we take that leg across the body. Now you can usually feel this pretty quickly. I've got that leg just across the body and I'm already feeling that stretch. So you'll be feeling this in the IT band, runs from the glutes, from the hips, down towards that knee on the outside of the leg. And what we don't want here is for you to roll over, okay? I want you to keep your back on the floor. So, because we could all go much further, but then you're compromising stretch. And then bring that in, and then we change side, okay? Well done. So we're gonna take that behind the opposite leg. We're gonna extend it. It's gonna be straight, and then we're pulling the leg into position. Lengthen out the other leg if you can, but if you need to at this point, it could be bent, okay? And we're pulling this foot towards, so I'm pulling towards the back of the room. So remember, you want to feel this stretch all the way down the back of this leg here, but it shouldn't be painful. So if yours needs to be here, that's absolutely fine. Okay, we're going to just ease that off a little second, and then we're going to extend again and just pull that a little bit further. You could go further up the band if you wanted to, add a little bit extra tension. Good work, good work. Ease into that a little bit, and then one final time, extend, pull, see if you can get that leg a little bit further back. Good work. So if the band is on your left leg, I want you to hold with your right hand. I want the left arm out for stability, and then we take the leg over towards that left side. So we're keeping the leg nice and straight, nice and high, and letting that leg go over towards that left side. I'm pulling on this band, on this scarf, really hard here. So I don't want the leg to just flop down towards the floor. We need to stay in control. Then we come back up to the top, switch hands, switch arm for stability, and take the leg across the body. So I'm taking the left leg across the right side. Might not look like it because that's about my limit there. I'm going to ease off on my band a little bit. That's it. Lovely, good work, good work. And then coming back up to the center, and then relax. Well done. I'm just going to see what is next for us. So we're going to take that band away or your scarf away. We're going to work a little bit on hip mobility, okay? So I want you to lengthen out those legs. I want you to bring your right knee in towards your chest. Take the knee out to the side, then lengthen the leg, and then repeat. So I'm bringing that knee in, taking the knee around to the side, then lengthening it. So I'm just going to stand to show you this one, because I don't know how well. So I'm basically bringing the knee up, opening it out, and then placing it back down. So you can do this standing. That's the movement that I'm doing as I'm lying down. Okay. So you keep doing that. Knee in, open up, and then around and down. Keep it flowing. Knee in, open up, around and down. I want you to reverse that now. So same leg, but we open up to the side, bring the knee up, and then extend out. So we draw the knee up across the carpet, across the floor, bring it to the center, and then back down. Let's do one more. Draw that knee up, around to the top, and extend. And then let's change side. So first of all, we bring the knee up, then we open out that hip, and then we take it around and down. Bring the knee up, open up that hip, around and down. And again, bring that knee up, open up the hip, around and down. Let's do one more just like that. Knee up, open up, around and down. Let's reverse it. So slide that foot along the carpet, open up the hip, bring it to the top, then place it down. So bring the knee up, nice and wide, up to the top, and then back down. Again, up to the top. Let's do this one more time. Open up that hip. Lovely. And then back down. From here, I want you to sit yourself up. You're going to take your hands behind your back. I want you to open your feet wider than the shoulders. So from the front, I'm in this position. I'm leaning off the arms. I've got the feet nice and wide. And then from here, so what we're going to do is take one knee out. Just let it fall out to the side. Some people, I've got very tight hips, so some people will be able to get their knee easily on the floor. That is it for me. I can't get it near the floor. Then you're going to follow it with the other knee. Then we come back up to the center and we change. So knee open, follow it with the other knee, up to the center, and then back to the start. So it's open, and then follow it, open, follow it. Open the knee, follow it with the opposite one, open the knee, follow it with the opposite one. So again, let's do that from the side, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Now we're going to do both at the same time. So we're going to just take the knees side to side, side to side. Take those knees as close to the floor as you can. Lovely. You could also, if you wanted to, sit yourself up a little bit and then start taking one bum cheek off the floor. So we'll turn to the side. To do this, we're taking one bum cheek now just off the floor so that we can get the knees a little bit further down. Good, good, good. Let's do a couple more here. One more on each side. Last one. Lovely work. Well done, everybody. We're now going to go onto the tummy. We're going to do a quad stretch. What I want you to, we can do this standing or lying. So a lot of people struggle to stretch out the fronts of the thighs because it's this stretch here and you've got to be able to reach the foot easily. So using a band or something really helps this, okay? So I'm going to get you to take the band underneath one foot. Okay, a nice long scarf really helps for this one, or a band. And then we're going to lie on our tummy, okay? So from here, we can use this band, take it over the shoulder, and we can pull, okay? So we can pull this band in, and then we get a nice stretch in the front of the thigh. You could make a fist with your hand, with the opposite hand, rest your forehead on that, and pull as hard as you can with that band until you can feel a stretch in the front of your thigh. Good, good, good. I want you just to relax that off for a second and then go back into it, okay? So we pull. I'm going to use two hands to get a nice stretch in that quad. I'm pushing the hips down towards the ground. Lovely. And then change side. So I'm going to do the next one standing up, but I'd rather you stay on the floor if that's where you're comfortable. So all you're doing is putting that scarf underneath the opposite foot, okay? So you're either lying on your tummy or you're standing. So the same thing, if you're standing, you can use this to stretch out the quads if you can't reach the foot. You've always got that band that you can pull on, okay? But if you're able to, I definitely want you to go down onto your tummy, lie on your tummy, and then just pull that scarf or band over your shoulder. Get a nice stretch in the front of your thigh there. Lovely, really nice. Ease out of it for a second and then back in. So we're pulling on that scarf. Again, just rest your forehead down either on your fist or on your forearm. Get a nice stretch in the front of your thigh. Lovely, and then we're going to just let go of that band and then sit ourselves up. Your final one is an upper body one, so we could do this seated or standing. I think we'll sit. So what we're going to do is, I might just make mine a bit shorter here. One hand, one side in each hand here. We're going to go over the head. Okay, we're going to stretch out the triceps here. So again, it's another one. A lot of people really struggle with stretching out the triceps if you don't have the flexibility. So we're going to take one side of the band in. I'm going to put my left arm up, and then I'm going to grab the bottom of the scarf. I'm going to turn towards the back here. So I'll just check that I'm on there. Yeah. So I've got my left elbow facing up towards the ceiling, and I'm not doing anything with the left arm. It's this right hand, this bottom hand, that I'm going to use to pull down. So I am putting pressure downwards on this scarf with my right hand, okay? So from the front, you're pushing down, feeling the stretch in the triceps here. That's it, lovely, nice stretch. Push down, push down, push down. Release it, and then we change side. So you're going to pop that in the right hand to begin with, lay it over, grab the other end with the left hand, elbow. You want your upper arm really close to the side of your head. We don't want to be pulling with the arm out here. So make sure that is up next to the side of your head, and then that left hand, my bottom hand, is pushing down. I'm really putting tension on there, pushing down towards the ground. That's it. So I'm going to turn to the back again, just so you can see. So this hand at the bottom here, I'm pushing down, feeling a nice stretch in those triceps. Excellent, and then release that. Well done, a lovely stretching workout that you could do throughout the week. You can either add it onto the end of your other workouts or do that instead of a workout. Bear in mind that it's not a strength workout, it's not a huge calorie burner or a fat burner. It's a flexibility, mobility workout that's going to complement your other workouts that you're doing. So it's really important that we incorporate things like that into the workouts, but that we're also getting our cardio and our strength workouts in as well. I hope you enjoyed that and found a new way of doing some of your stretches. It's a nice relaxing little workout to do as well, and remember, any movement counts as exercise. So that would be your exercise done, and I hope you have a lovely Friday, everyone. Take care.